Hi, I'm Phil Baker, President and CEO of Hecla Mining. Thanks for joining me for the year-end 2023 webcast. 2023 was a year marked by wins in the face of challenges. Let me first start with the successes we achieved. Greens Creek and Lucky Friday recorded their lowest all-injury frequency rate ever, second highest reserves in our history, second highest revenues in silver production despite Lucky Friday not being in production for 5 months, spectacular exploration results at Keno Hill and Greens Creek, and a patent on the underhand close bench mining method that we developed. In terms of challenges, the year was marked by 3 events: the unexpected fire at the Lucky Friday, our decision to pivot to a surface-only operation at Casa Berardi, and to prioritize safety over production at Keno Hill, which also results in a slower ramp-up. Lucky Friday's already back in production with full production by the end of the quarter. At Casa Berardi, we prioritize margin over volume, and our execution of this strategy is already yielding results. And at Keno Hill, focusing on safety and the environment will get the mine to the Hecla standard so that we can have long-term success. Now, we generated $720 million in revenue, with silver contributing 39%, more than any other metal. Hecla is truly a silver company. Margins are strong from our silver operations at 50% of the average realized price of silver for the year. As expected, our net leverage ratio ticked up from 2.2 last quarter to 2.6 with the Lucky Friday not in production for the 5 months. Our goal remained to manage the net leverage ratio to be less than 2 times. In 2024, we anticipate seeing strong free cash flow generation from Lucky Friday and Greens Creek. We'll make a small investment at both Keno and Casa, and we'll receive $50 million from insurance. Our priorities are to have long-term production growth and to use the funds to delever our revolver debt. Greens Creek reported a strong year, which would have been even better without the weather reducing 12 days of production in the fourth quarter. We expect another consistent year in 2024 with production of 8.8 to 9.2 million ounces, so less silver and gold due to lower grades, but we'll produce more zinc, so the cost per ounce will be higher. Capital is higher for equipment that mitigates the risk of operating around 2,600 tons per day. At this higher throughput rate, we need everything to be more reliable since there's limited capacity to catch up if there's a problem. The Lucky Friday restarted in early January on schedule and budget. Production should be above 5 million ounces. Cost per ounce should be similar to Greens Creek. And capital is going to be $15 million less than last year, about the same as what we did in 2022. At Keno Hill, safety and environmental performance has not met our standards, and fixing them is not an overnight exercise. But given the long life of the mine, we are laser focused and patient on improving it. So to improve safety, we really have to change people's attitudes and habits, and then we got to engineer out risks. So we are rotating senior people to mentor the Keno team and doing things like building a cemented tailings backfill plant to enable safer underhand mining method. For the environmental issues, we're doing studies to see what we need to do to meet our standards. One of the things that has come out of this is the need for a new water filtration system. Currently, we're not giving guidance on the operating costs. We want to make sure we have the safety and environment right without the pressure of production targets, combining that with costs. However, we do think we'll produce about 3 million ounces of silver, and we'll spend about $15 to $17 million a quarter, plus 30 to 34 million in capital. So 2024 should require a small investment. We're also going to have Greens Creek and Keno operate under one leadership, our Greens Creek GM. The mines are about 2 hours flight apart and a 7-hour drive, and supplies actually goes past Greens Creek on its way to Skagway, Alaska, and then it gets trucked to Keno. We don't know what the synergies might be, but the maturity of the Greens Creek system should accelerate Keno into a strong cash flow generating mine. Now, drilling at Keno continues to provide remarkable mineralized intercepts. On the leftmost image, we intercepted 54 ounces over 39.5 feet, and that's the property's widest, highest grade intercept. Looking at the image in the middle, the red star is a high-grade intercept that is more than 1,000 feet deeper than any previous drilling. We now have evidence that high-grade silver mineralization can be hosted with the full depth of the 1 kilometer favorable basal quartzite host rock unit. These two holes are emblematic of the potential of Keno. 2024 silver production is expected to be 15 to 20% higher than last year and 30% by 2026. Silver cost guidance is slightly higher than 2023 with cash costs at $3 to $3.75 and AISC between $13 and $14.50. We are the low-cost leader in the industry. Gold cost guidance is lower and capital guidance is lower as well. Finally, silver is playing an increasing role in solar and energy transition. 2023 was the 22nd year in a row that renewable capacity set a new record, and 75% of that renewable worldwide capacity additions were solar. And it takes about 500,000 ounces of silver per gigawatt installation of solar, so silver demand in solar increased by about 50 million ounces to 190 million ounces of silver. To put the 50 million ounces in context, that's the equivalent of the production of 5 new Greens Creeks or 10 new Lucky Fridays. Mine production is not increasing at the same pace as demand, so higher prices are needed to meet this growing demand. Thanks for watching, and learn more by visiting Hecla.com and silverinstitute.org. Thank you.